guys, listen, most people suck at buying crypto. They're giving money away to exchanges because they're paying all these stupid fees, they're getting stuck with slippage, and all they need to do is spend 5 minutes with me and you'll learn how to avoid all that crap, okay? So today we're gonna get down into it, learn how to save you money, and if you're someone with a lot of money in crypto especially, this can save you tens to hundreds of thousands of dollars over the course of this bull run. And if you're somebody with a little portfolio, these little $5, $10 fees at a time are still gonna eat you alive. So guys, we're gonna jump on in and I'm gonna show you how you can buy Bitcoin for as cheap as possible. So guys, this is the flowchart I made for the cheapest way that you can buy Bitcoin in 2025. It's absolutely super easy, takes a couple of steps, but once you get the hang of it, you'll save yourself hundreds of dollars of fees at a time. Super simple once you get it down. The first step here is we wanna make sure that we have an on-ramp to an exchange. Now, because of the steps later in this flowchart, I'm going to recommend you get Coinbase, but any exchange on this initial front end will do, but I would get KYC'd on Coinbase as fast as possible. And then you're going to want on-ramp cash. On-ramp your cash, and on Coinbase, usually you have the option to convert it straight to USDC, which is fantastic. Other exchanges, it may not work that way. You might have to actually buy the USDC with your cash. Just another way exchanges are taking advantage of us, right, guys? But, so on Coinbase, you can deposit cash, for example, and it's just gonna show up as USDC. Now, once we have our USDC, and here's a little pro tip for you guys too. A lot of these exchanges, they'll make you, when you deposit assets, wait like 5 to 7 days for them to clear before you can send them off of an exchange. Well, what you really wanna do is to have a revolving balance of like $1,000 of some sort of crypto. Well, it depends. Say you deposit $1,000 in crypto every week. You should keep about $1,000 on Coinbase in just some boring asset like Solana or Bitcoin or something. You just keep there that's stable. That way, every time you deposit a new $1,000 in, it can put a hold on the $1,000 of whatever asset's already on there instead of the money you actually want to send off and do something with. That's just a pro tip for you guys. Definitely makes life a world easier, not having to wait, 5 days, a whole week just to get your crypto off of the exchange. And we want to take control of our money. And I leave $1,000, $2,000 of boring assets on Coinbase. That way when I deposit USDC, I can just get it right off. But let's jump back into this here. After that, after you have your USDC, pick either Base or Sol Chain. And that's where we're gonna make the decision whether or not, and you can do both, but while you're learning here, you wanna pick either just one or the other. And so you can pick Base or Sol Chain. And I'm gonna go through both options here for us. They're pretty similar. Just going to be a little different, right? So let's start with Solana. Solana is a blockchain that I love, operate on all the time. Love Solana, love Jupiter, super fantastic. So it's super simple, and I wonder if I have a little money in this wallet that I can show. Got to figure out a login. We're in. That took way too long. And so I have $100 USDC on here in this wallet that I will use as an example for the Solana portion. Make things super simple. So say we picked Solana. We're gonna pick Solana, go the Solana route here. So it's super, super simple. So the first step, we just on-ramped our $100. Let's say we're just doing $100, right? And we're gonna send that over to our Phantom wallet on Sol Chain, because we picked Sol. So we're gonna come in here and say we had sent that already. You sent that from Coinbase, you have your USDC, $100, right? Come in here. Gonna go ahead and go to Jupiter. Jupiter is the best DEX. It's technically a DEX aggregator, but it's my favorite tool to use on Solana because it gets you the best rate at all times on any swap that you want throughout multiple DEXs on any asset on Solana. Super, super easy to use. And so we're gonna come in here and go to choose the next step in our flow chart here, and that is Coinbase wrap Bitcoin. And so what I can do here is make this swap, and you're gonna see that at $100, what am I paying? I'm losing about 4 cents. I'm gonna get 99.96. So I'm losing 4 cents. And so for the little guys, if you're doing a transaction on Coinbase and this is like $5, you can see that right there, that saves you a good chunk, right? And this is after slippage too. You're gonna get that 0.04% there. And so look, now you're paying 3 cents. It's just changing all the time. You get the best rate possible. So this not only helps the little players too, but I do want to show before I make this swap how it can help the big players. Now, say you're somebody who is going in and you're gonna make you got a big bag of side money, you wanna buy $10,000 of Bitcoin. It costs you 99 cents. Guys, okay, now it costs you $1. Guys, this costs you $1 to buy 10 grand of Bitcoin. And yes, I know it's Coinbase wrapped Bitcoin, I know, I'm gonna get into that, but it's costing you, okay, now the rate's changing a little bit. Let me get this back over here. Now the rate is changing a little bit, so now it's about $14, okay? And this is still a very realistic number, because I do wanna share that when I was doing it through Coinbase on my own, I came in here, and it was about $200. $200 fee. And now a lot of that, I do have Coinbase, there is the Coinbase One where you get, some discounts on trading and it helped pay for $180. But if you're a big player, you eat through that really fast because you only get like 10 grand of trading volume a month anyways, I think. It's been a while since I've looked. But either way, paying anything is stupid when you can pay a couple dollars, a couple cents. It doesn't make any sense to be giving that money to Coinbase. There's absolutely stealing from us. Yeah, and so after, let's go ahead and make this swap here. I think that'd be good to do. Let's go ahead and just do the $100 we talked about. And it's gonna cost us, let's do a little refresh, see if we get a better rate. Cool, whatever. Not really worried about the 10 cents. So go ahead and make the swap. Super, super simple. Sweet. And we spent that, and you can come up here and you can see that now I added an extra $100 of Coinbase wrapped Bitcoin here. And now we're gonna start to get into the sauce here. And now I wanna also touch base on base chain and how you would do the same process, but you would go to Uniswap or Aerodrome. You go to Aerodrome as well. Let me go ahead and type this in here. And you would swap USDC for Coinbase wrapped Bitcoin on base chain. And that would look something like, let's go ahead and go to Aerodrome here, just to cover all bases. You come up here and swap, and you would just choose your USDC, and you would swap for Coinbase wrapped Bitcoin. And I don't have my wallet connected right now, so it's probably not even gonna give me a quote. Let's just see what it would say. Not going to show the dollar amount, but it's going to show a 0.6% price impact. So that's actually what it would be. A little better rate on Solana. Solana is definitely my recommendation, at least if you just want to buy. But the follow-up to what this is, because you're like, oh, Parker, that's a wrapped version though. I don't want to hold Coinbase wrapped Bitcoin. Well, it's fine. You don't have to, because here's what you can do. And this is why you're going to want to have Coinbase installed. It makes it super, super slick. It's crazy. So you can hold that Coinbase wrapped Bitcoin on Solana, or if you send it back to Coinbase, it's recognized as native Bitcoin, which is absolutely insane. So it's like normally if you use like a wrapped Bitcoin and send it to an exchange, you're holding a wrapped Bitcoin. So you're fundamentally still not holding Bitcoin, right? You're holding an IOU of Bitcoin. Well, not in this case. It's fantastic. And so I just opened this little Coinbase account right here. Don't keep any money on exchanges. I keep that $1,000 revolving credit I was talking about just so I can deposit and send off. You would come in here to Bitcoin. So you're clicking actual Bitcoin. You're not looking up any kind of wrapped asset. You're not looking up Coinbase wrapped Bitcoin. And you would come in here and you click receive crypto. And I can choose that I want to receive it over Solana. Which this is game changing. There's no bridging involved. You're going to choose that you want to receive it, Bitcoin on the Solana network. And it literally, I really don't want to send this over. And you would send the Coinbase wrapped Bitcoin over Solana over to it, and it's gonna populate as native Bitcoin. But when you send the Coinbase wrapped Bitcoin, the important key point is that it populates in the Coinbase app as pure actual native Bitcoin. And so what you can do is then you can just immediately take it, send it, you paste your actual Bitcoin address, you send it over Bitcoin chain, and you have native Bitcoin. You can send it to your ledger, your Trezor, whatever makes the most sense. And another key point too is at the end of the bull run. So again, mind you, 10 grand, it'd cost you about $200 to do that. Whereas we just showed you it was like $10, $14. Let's see what it is again. $7 versus 200. So think about if you're a whale That's a lot of money. It's a lot of money every time you're swapping. Think if you're like a $100,000 kind of guy. But even those little guys, $5 here and there is not good to be spending all the time. It eats you alive over time. But this can help you a lot at the end of the bull run as well. So at the end of the bull run here, you just reverse the whole process. And so you would just reverse this whole floor chart I just made for you, and you would send your Bitcoin from your ledger or Trezor back to Coinbase. And so then you would have this money here back in Coinbase, right? And so then you would have this money here back in Coinbase as Bitcoin. Then you would send it. And so once you send that Bitcoin back onto your Coinbase from your ledger or Trezor, you can then send it back to your Phantom wallet via Solana. And it will show up as that Coinbase wrapped Bitcoin right here. Boom. Easy peasy. And then once you have that, you can just reverse the process, right? And then so now, say we're selling a tenth of a Bitcoin, just make it simple. So $1,006, it's gonna cost you $3. $3 to sell $1,000, my bad. Let's say that's truly the tenth. So let's say you wanna sell a tenth of Bitcoin. That's about $10,063. Well, it's gonna cost you about 30 bucks. 30 bucks versus the over 200. It's kind of a no-brainer at this point. You take this USDC, send it back to Coinbase or your favorite exchange, cash out straight to your bank account. You get a Coinbase card and you can just spend that USDC straight from your Coinbase account, so you don't ever have to actually pull it out back into your bank account. Or you can then go into other opportunities like lending, where you can be earning 5, 10, 15, 20% on your USDC. And there's ways to monetize that asset, and then you can just pay for it via Coinbase card whenever you need it. That's something for another video though. I just really wanted to share just really how Coinbase is robbing everyone alive, and how you really, with minimal education, which this probably wasn't the easiest video to explain it, but with minimal education, you can save yourself a couple $100 a pop, easy. I got a sticky note here too. What was this? Oh, I already freaking moved that, I'm retarded. The point of all this is just that with minimal education and taking control of your portfolio and choosing to learn how to actually use the blockchain, you can keep people from robbing you blind, like Coinbase, Robinhood, Kraken, all these exchanges. They're making money off of you every time you buy stuff. That's just it. They make money every time. And they're charging an exorbitant amount of fees. So you can go to a place like Jupiter, who's going to aggregate you the best rate on chain, and you're only going to pay the little 0.2% on 10 grand. That is crazy. But say you're just more of a realistic person, right? Maybe you're buying $500 at a, oh Jesus. Maybe you're buying $500 at a time. You're making $1 off that one. You're making 58 cents. Is Coinbase going to give you 58 cents when you buy $500 of something? No, it's going to cost like $5, something retarded. Like, it doesn't make a lot of sense, something really, really stupid. So it's nice that this is, and the little fee that you do pay, the tiny little fee on here, it goes to the actual people that are providing liquidity. So I always call it, it's by the people for the people. It's decentralized finance. So it's a win-win. You pay less, the little fees you do pay, they go to the people that are actually providing this service for you by pairing up the assets. You're swapping through people, which is pretty interesting. So, but that's a video for another day. I'd be happy to go and break that down further. Really, I just wanted to share that whether you're a little guy getting eaten alive by $5, $10 transaction fees all the time when you're just buying and swapping stuff on exchanges, or if you're a big player who's paying, hundreds to thousands of dollars each time, and you can come in here to a place like Jupiter, or you can go to Aerodrome on BaseChain or Uniswap, and there's tons of other chains too. Don't get me wrong. I just wanted to keep it simple for this video, and for Bitcoin exclusively. For the Coinbase wrapped Bitcoin, I think the only other option, layer 2 wise, is like Arbitrum, because we want to play on ETH. ETH's going to be expensive as well. So you're looking at like Base, Arbitrum, and Solana. And if you look at those chains, go to Jupiter and Solana, or Uniswap on the other two, you're going to be fine. Save yourself a bunch of money, and yeah, you can use that money you're saving just to buy more freaking Bitcoin. And that's the whole point. We don't want to be making all this money, but we're paying it all back in fees. We don't want to be losing money, giving it away to the big guy. The whole thesis of crypto is bringing the power back to the people, money back to the little guy. That's what crypto's about. So if you guys have any questions, drop them in the comments below. Any suggestions or future videos you guys want, I'll be happy to go over those, make those with you guys. Really excited. Got this new studio. Hope you guys like it. Had the new setup off the couch. Got the backboard, the lights, the big PC setup. It's looking sweet, guys. Even got some frescoes in here. So drop something in the comments if you want to see a new video, want me to answer any questions. Happy to help you guys. Until then, see you next time. Girls get loose when they hear the song. 100 on the dash, get me close to God. We don't pray for love, we just pray for cause.